Sweet home Chicago, bordering the west bank of Lake Michigan, where these days only the Bulls are warmer than this late February weather here. It's been magnificent. Hello, everyone. Eddie Doucette, the snapper, Steve Jones. The season winding down. The Blazers looking to make this late season push, if you will. 3 tough games ahead on the road in Chicago tonight.
Well, they start with perhaps the toughest game, the Central Division leader, Chicago Bulls. This is a team that everybody enjoys beating. The Trailblazers are up for this one.
J.R. Rider, doesn't he always love the challenge of playing Michael Jordan?
He idolizes Jordan, and he feels that he has to play his A game against him or he's going to be embarrassed. So every time that Rider has had an opportunity to play against Michael Jordan, he has really come with a lot of aggressive energy at the offensive end. He's done a pretty good job defensively. You go back to the game they played in January, Rider was at his best.
And right now, the Bulls are at their best for the year. They've won 8 straight. They have now won 42 games for the year. Most of the pieces are back, and they are peaking at the right time.
The Bulls feel that they still have all of the weapons to win another championship. The key in it, of course, is the way that they come together as a team down the stretch.
Michael Jordan, of course, is the very best. There's no denying that. He's the consummate winner who knows how to adjust to any situation. Big game, Blazers, game 1.
He had a huge game against the Trailblazers, but Jordan has always found a way against the Portland Trailblazers to find the defining moment to make the difference between winning and losing, whether it's scoring the ball, stealing the ball, and rebounding the ball. Jordan has been the focus for the Bulls. His career numbers against the Trailblazers are frightening, and it seems as though he's got a little edge against Portland.
He certainly does. Look at those numbers. Aren't those something? Scottie Pippen is back. He misses the first 35 games of the season. Bad ankle, but he sure isn't playing that way now.
Well, Phil Jackson said, what it takes for us to win another NBA championship is a healthy Scottie Pippen. He is the catalyst at both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively. And when Pippen is playing well, the Bulls are almost impossible to beat.
He's got some pretty impressive numbers. Game 1, 18 points, but how many of those in the second half when he took over and made it very difficult for the Blazers? He is something else. And a couple more to watch. Rasheed Wallace, remember that first game? 28 points. He was on fire. And on the other side, the changing role of Dennis Rodman, coming off the bench, if you will. Blazers and Bulls are next. Welcome to the United Center in Chicago. Blazers and Bulls. Nice-looking team, both of them. Tonight, the Blazers against the Chicago club that owns the 1-0 edge in the season series. Let's go to the Lawn and Garden Center at Fred Meyers and Snapper's keys for the night.
Now, Lawn Garden, if he wants to be pretty growing seed, and that's what you're going to have against the Chicago Bulls. An up-tempo game. This team is still the best at playing east-west defense. They like to squeeze the game down, so Portland's got to look to find some ways to energize the game. They've got to protect the basketball. Don't make mistakes. Chicago feeds off of those. Chicago is a jump shooting basketball team with a triangle offense. You've got to rebound the basketball. And if you do that, Eddie, I guess you got a beautiful lawn and a win.
Spread it over there, Steve. Up tempo, no turnovers and rebound, and the X factor tonight, Mike Dunleavy. Why?
Well, you know, coaches always have a game plan, and the game plan that Mike Dunleavy throws forward against the Chicago Bulls is the X factor, and he thinks he's got something in there that'll get him a win.
Tony Kukoc has been a guy that has been more than an X factor for Chicago the last 5 games. He's been in there. They're 5-0 without him. Rodman goes to the bench, comes off the bench, and not happy about it. But according to his coach, Phil Jackson, he was not in the game mentally the last game, and he did demean, in the words of Phil Jackson, the Bulls uniform by acting as if he didn't care. The Godfather's Pizza starting lineup for tonight. Wallace and Kukoc. Kukoc 6'11". Augman, after a great game against the Celtics and Pippen. Arvidas and Luke Longley in the middle with Ryder and Jordan, always a marquee matchup. 29-29 the last time they met. And Damon Stoudemire, first game is a Blazer against Ron Harper, the Chicago Bulls. Same dimensions as Jordan, 6'6", 218 pounds. Michael Jordan, what hasn't he done in his NBA career? You know it all. MVP final 5 times, NBA MVP 4 times, All-D 7 times. Man, I'll tell you what. Is he the greatest ever? I'd have to cast my vote that way. They come away with a tip. This is a good rebounding team, Chicago, over 46 a night. Right away, Harper to post over the top of Damon. Now, what do you do to adjust on that, Steve? 6'6" over 5'10".
I think you let Ron Harper prove that he's going to be the guy that scores those points all night long. And as soon as you start giving help with the two other guys that are as good as they are, you're going to create bigger problems.
Down to Augment. They will not double him, and Augment, off that great game against the Boston Celtics, gets off to a nice start here tonight. Stacey Augment the other night, beautiful. He had 16 points and 8 for 16. Backdoor cut, part of the triangle offense. Being in the right place, Tony Kukoc. Averaging over 15 points and 5 rebounds as the start of the last 5 games.
But Kukoc's mind has always been that he is a starter. He's been a great player. It's always been difficult for him to get into games as a reserve. And Phil Jackson has said, as long as he's playing well, he stays in the starting lineup.
They'll give Augment slack and make him prove he can hit any kind of shot.
Shot clock at 5.
Back out to Ryder. Tough shot. Deep. And I mean, it was a long way away. Kukoc to Harper. Harper on top, played by Damon. Pippen, Kukoc. Kukoc, the fellow they think will step in and take over when Rodman is given his final visa out of town. In fact, they're trying to set it up that way now. Damon, he's got a couple. That's a two-pointer. He worked hard on that shot before the game tonight. Number 1 scorer in the NBA, Michael Jordan, who's yet to launch. There he is. Averaging 28 a night. Pippen, Jordan looking to post. Jordan with a hot pass up the baseline off the hands of Ron Harper. Michael Jordan averages about 3.5 assists a game, over 6 rebounds a game, and over 28 points a game.
Jordan telling Harper, you got to stay away. That pass was right on the money, and he got away.
Damon and the Blazers all even at 4. Early start, they cross screen off the base, and Kukoc has to fight over the top, deflected off the fingertips of Rasheed Wallace. Out of bounds, here come the Bulls, looking to push inside right away. Jordan with a ball that rolled off the iron, and the Blazers, the Bulls trying to catch the Blazers a little bit off in transition. Jordan right there, but fouled on the play. Ryder on the foul.
Where you want to keep Jordan from having a big night is off the free throw line. If he gets to the line 10-plus times, he's going to be in for one of those monstrous kind of nights. You want to make him score field goals and not give him opportunities to get 2- and 3-point plays.
Boy, there's the top of the heap on almost every category, Steve. Look at that. Home record, they've lost here twice, Utah and Washington. They are a sizzling club, and now you get wall-to-wall pressure. Nice move by Stoudemire. Rasheed up along the side, and that's Stacey Augment. Yeah, give it to the little general, and they'll start to form their offense in the half court.
That press is designed to do 2 things. Make Portland play from outside in and take time off the clock. Shot clock at 6.
Sabonis with a 3. Big guy threw a dart and splashed it. And the Blazers now with a 1-point lead, 7-6. Sabonis knocks it away, saved by Stacey Augment. Those long plastic-like arms of Augment. And back, Augment tries to split the defense, gets loose inside, jump ball called on a tie-up. The officials working the game tonight. Joey Crawford, one of them.
Fouls, Scottie Pippen.
Pippen on the foul. Teddy Bernhardt and Woody Mayfield, the other 2.
Initially, Pippen makes a good defensive move, gets in front, thinks he draws a foul, gets it back. Pippen's on the ground, not going to let him get the ball up in the air. So Augment off to a very good start.
And he throws that kind of semi-screwball up there. He's got a funny rotation on his shot. Misses the first one. Pippen didn't like the call. Pippen, since back in the Chicago lineup, they are 18-4. How important is he? I think he just got the message. Scottie averages 18.4, coincidentally, for the season. 18-4 record, 18.4 points per game. There's Harper. In and out. Hoop didn't want it. Sabonis. He gets about 10 a game. He's got it. 3-on-3 on the bust out. Stoudemire. And shooting deep and missing, and the Bulls come down with it. Blazers by a pair. 8-6, we're early. On the lob, Jordan. Nice rebound. On the back cut, Ryder took his eye off of Jordan. That's tough when you got to watch the ball and your man, and he's got 4. And we're tied at 8. Club beat Cleveland by 22 the other night. And that's Sunday. Finger roll by the large fellow. And immediately Longley releases at the other end, and there he is, played by Wallace on the switch. Longley going over the top, missed it, and Sabonis spills to the right side to get the rebound. Damon to push. Damon on the slice. Damon down the middle. Damon with a pair. Portland 12, Chicago 8. Damon Stoudemire with 4. Jordan down inside to Pippen.
Remember the terrific start that Portland had in Portland. They ran the Bulls in that first quarter, built a 19-point lead, and they've got to keep the game hot. You don't necessarily want all your opportunities to come from the outside. You're going to miss those. That's going to allow the Bulls to control the tempo of the game.
Bulls allowing Augman to take that deep shot. Here's Jordan. That's a tough one to stop. Michael Jordan shooting 45% from the floor, has 6 points here tonight. 45% for the year. Kukoc overall is averaging 13. 18 and a half, as I told you. Luke Longley, 11 and a half.
Portland again working against the shot clock. Ryder's going to have to go on his own with clock at 5.
Harper playing it, Ryder way off. Over the top it goes. The Bulls will bring it down by 2, and we'll take a timeout. Chicago called for the timeout. 6:59 in the quarter. Portland by a deuce. Minnesota. 12-10 Blazers. Chicago with the ball. Tony Kukoc. Harper. They run that triple post offense, that triangle as they call it, from the foul line and in and out. And Sabonis has got another rebound. He's got 5. Arvydas with 5 quick rebounds here in the first 6, not even 6 minutes, 5.5 minutes.
The Trailblazers got 5. He's got all of them. Trailblazers need to try to find some scoring opportunities for Rasheed Wallace inside. Trying to get it in that time. Pick and steal.
Augman tried the entry pass and was too flat with it. Kukoc, he can shoot the 3. Kukoc gives him more flexibility, more versatility, I guess maybe is a good way to put it.
Now they got more firepower. There's a lot of things he can do. He can score, he can pass, he can rebound it. So he's a great all-round player, and playing with Jordan and Pippen, the game is much easier for him.
Nice move by Stoudemire to get the ball to Stacey Augman. On the break, and he hit the trailer, and Augman lays it home. It's 14-10.
Quick start, and this is kind of reminiscent for the other players in Chicago in the game that they beat Portland. Harper, Longley got into the game early and were problems for Portland the entire night. Augman off to a terrific start for Portland, and he's got 5 quick points. The Bulls, at least in open court, are going to have to pay attention to Augman.
11 seconds on the shot clock. Pippen. Kukoc. Harper. Pippen played by Stacey Augman. Augman late in his face, and Pippen misses the shot off the glass. And Sabonis with another rebound. That's 7 rebounds for Arvydas Sabonis. Keep an eye on him. He'll be on his way to a career high. Scoop to the hoop. He's got a pair. Arvydas with 7 points, 7 rebounds, 16-10, coming off a nice game the other night when he almost had a triple-double. 23 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists against the Boston Celtics.
Now, one thing you know about the Bulls, they're not going to panic when a team gets a lead on them. They'll try to continue to work. If he gets his first score of the evening, a 3-pointer.
As evidenced by the fact that on that 19-point lead the Blazers had, they just chopped away, and won that game by 13. It was a beautiful thing to watch if you're just a pure basketball aficionado. You're a Blazer fan, it was painful. Arvydas looking for 9, has it. Sabonis has got 9 points and 7 boards, and a red-hot start. I mean, this is poker red-hot by Arvydas Sabonis. 18-13. Blazers lead by 5. Big lead 6.
Longley with this first 2, but you want Luke to try to look to score on his own. If you let him start feeding off of Jordan and Pippen, then it becomes a much more difficult game for Sabonis because he's going to have to be in and then back out inside to defend the jump shot.
Kukoc and Rasheed really going at one. Oh, say it isn't so! Sabonis with a drop lead, bounce speed behind the legs, no look to Rasheed, and a high wire drop down. Beautifully done. And the Bulls counter at the other end with Scottie Pippen. 20-17. 5 points for Pippen. And what a display we're seeing here tonight by the Blazers at the offensive end so far. Beautiful execution here in the first quarter. Stoudemire and Arvydas.
Trying to get the ball to Ryder. They open up the middle, but again, there's Pippen stepping across to make another steal.
Scotty will do that almost 3 times a game. Longley inside, Sabonis with another rebound. The big guy, no look. He goes left, instead looks and goes right, and across the lane they go Ryder. Ryder on the miss. Rasheed knocks it away and out of bounds.
Yeah,
Give it to the Blazers.
You know, Arvydas Sabonis had dinner at Michael Jordan, and maybe he ought to eat there more regular. If he's going to jump out and play like this, and he told me, well, you know, it's just American food, but obviously it set well with him.
How did he say it again?
It's just American food.
Oh, man. That's 20-17. The Blazers with a nice lead. 3:19 to play in the quarter. And a 20-second timeout like Dunleavy. Wait a minute. Now, Dunleavy's saying they want a full. So they're going to take a full timeout right now. This is charge for the Blazers. And Portland leads by 3 with possession.
Sabonis has been a real force for the Trailblazers here in the opening quarter of play. Rebounding, scoring from a lot of different angles for him, showing a lot of energy early in the ball game. And Luke Longley a little dazzled right now at the activity of Arvydas Sabonis. Terrific pass inside to Rasheed Wallace for his first 2 for the evening.
Blazers with 3:19 to play in the quarter and a full 24-second clock. Rasheed, Stoudemire, Ryder, Sabonis, and Brian Grant in the game for the first time.
Interesting combo. Pippen, Jordan, Coach, Rodman, and Luke Longley.
And it's Ryder on the base to hit the jumper over Pippen. Well, when Rodman came in the game, that was the cue for Brian Grant. Jordan on the miss. Another rebound for Sabonis. And the pitch-out pass underhand to Stoudemire. Stoudemire no look. Rasheed Wallace. Jordan's got the rebound. Arvydas Sabonis with 9 points and 9 rebounds in the first 9 minutes of this game.
And it'll be a double-double for him here in the first quarter with the energy that he has displayed so far. Goes wide open.
Spot up 3. No. Sabonis had a piece of it. Rodman's got it. The number 1 rebounder in the league, Dennis Rodman, going for his 7th rebound title.
Now that's the one thing that will take Sabonis away from the rebound area. Luke Longley sliding out to about 15 feet, knocking down jump shot.
And that's obviously what Phil Jackson has in mind. Try and get the big guy off the iron. Sabonis on the miss. Rodman deflected into the hands of Ryder. And all the black jerseys retreated to the other end. That ball is blocked by Pippen. And here comes Jordan. And the Blazers holding on to a 3-point lead. 22-19. Here's Longley again. They're going to make him come out. And another rebound for Sabonis, number 10. Well, we're going to keep an eye on this. He is well on his way to his best rebound night as a pro. Arvydas Sabonis. There is the large foul.
He's got the baseline open, and they're giving him a chance to go solo against Luke Longley. Might be beginning to show a little fatigue at the offensive end. Didn't want to work that hard to get that shot.
His career high's 20. And with 1:30 to play in the quarter, the long lead to Pippen, not quite there. Hey, by the way, want to say hello and a happy birthday to Jim Paxson's mom, Jackie, who's watching the game back in Portland tonight. Happy birthday, Jackie. 22-19. Blazers.
And with Jordan guarding Stoudemire, there's a chance to put a lot of heat on Jordan and try to expire him a little bit, make him a little bit tired. Turnover, Pippen steal.
Another steal for Pippen. Jordan on the pull-up. Sabonis gets another rebound. That's 11. That's 11. Stoudemire on the pull-up. Not this time. Deep. Stoudemire save. And it's Kukoc. And a foul back here against Rasheed Wallace. And against the Trailblazers, only their second of the quarter. But you roll it up to 4 because we're under 2 minutes, and you only get 1 free team foul within 2 minutes. And the Blazers holding on to a 22-19 lead and a change.
Walt Williams is going to come in the ball game. Probably means Ryder is going to go down.
That's exactly what it means. Walt Williams in on Pippen. Let's see if they try and go at Walt Williams right away. Off the bench, Pippen's warm, Walt's not. Kukoc. Down to Jordan, to Kukoc. There's Pippen. There he goes at Walt. Back to Kukoc. Lost the handle. Jordan on a bailout, and there it is. Is he incredible?
Now, Jordan's got 8 1/4. Sabonis is flirting with the 1/4 record for the Trailblazers in rebounds. Ellis did it twice, and is Leroy Ellis. Sidney Wicks did it once. The number is 12.
Here's the three by the large guy. He's got 3 more. What a quarter by Arvydas. 12 points and 11 rebounds in the first quarter. 25-21. Blazers have the lead of 4, final seconds of the first 12 minutes. Pippen. Tony. They double on Jordan. And Rodman with a rebound. Throws it out near midcourt, and it's going to be, was it deflected? No, they let it go out. That would have been an over and back, but Pippen smartly let it go rather than pick it up and give the Blazers possession of the ball with seconds remaining. And at the end of one, Blazers 25, Chicago 21. Standing first quarter by the Trailblazers. They lead on the score 25-21. And there's Arvydas Sabonis. 11 points, 12 rebounds in the first quarter.
Flip it.
Flip it around, excuse me. 11 rebounds, 12 points. Damon Stoudemire sitting, and Rick Brunson is in the game.
Now both teams go to the bench. The starting centers stay on, and Scottie Pippen, so they will keep at least one of their great players out on the floor. The Trailblazers keep Wallace and Sabonis from the starting unit out for the men in black. Walt Williams.
Scott Burrell is also in the game for Chicago. He came over from Golden State earlier. And of course, more recently, they picked up David Vaughn in exchange for Cappy.
Now, Scott Burrell has been playing better here of late. He's finally getting his basketball confidence back. He really played well a couple of years ago before injuries really got him turned around.
Pippen over Walt Williams, and the rebound to Brian Grant. Randy Brown, who's known for his defense, is out there on Rick Brunson right now.
The Chicago Bulls are a very good offensive rebounding team, and the Blazers have been limiting them to just one opportunity. Walt Williams again and one.
And a quick turn shot over Burrell, and Burrell is the fouler on the play, and Williams, an 84% foul shooter, will go to the line.
The Wizard down on the baseline surprises the defense of Scott Burrell very quickly. Burrell just nicked him, but right in front of the official. Haven't been a lot of free throws shot in this ball game for either team.
No, absolutely. You have very few, as a matter of fact. Chicago's 2 for 2, and the Blazers now 2 for 3. And Jermaine O'Neal will come in the ball game. I think got a little bit more new artwork on one of his arms, and out will come Arvydas Sabonis for the first time. By the numbers, Blazers still holding the opponents to 42% field goal shooting. And Walt Williams, nice to have another good free throw shooter on board, gets both free throws. 29-21, Blazers lead 8. Rodman to Longley. Luke in on Rasheed. Pippen on Jermaine. They may test the 19-year-old.
Well, the test is really not to leave his feet and turn Pippen loose. They're going to pump fake. They're going to try to get him off of his feet, O'Neal and Grant. So Portland continues to hold the Bulls to one opportunity here in the first half.
Blazers around 45 rebounds a game. The Bulls slightly over 46. Jermaine. Not there, and Rodman. The rebound leader has his third. 29-21. Randy Brown, not really a good outside shooter. To Pippen. Brown's got tattoos on the back of both on the calves. It looks like he's got license plates on both of his calves. Here's Walt Williams. A little aside for you. Rejected. Brian Grant picks it up. Try to get the ball inside, and the ball deflected, and who's got it? Chicago's got it, and another steal, Chicago. That's the 4th steal by the Chicago Bulls.
They're gambling off of Rodman, and he looks for a 3. They give him a 2, put on the line.
He missed 3 of 4 the other night on 3s. It was enough to get him the hook They don't give him a 3 on this one. It's a 2, as Steve said, 29-23. Blazers.
That's a good gamble. Most of the time, Rodman isn't going to shoot that, but you want to find out whether he's going to consistently be a player from outside, trying to get the ball inside. They turn it over. Pippen loose.
And they've scored 2 in a row. Blazers just a little lax at the offensive end. 7 points now for Pippen. 29-25. Blazer lead 4.
Where the Bulls are good is when they can force you to play half-court defense and make you shoot over the top. They finally get Grant deep, and he gets his first 2.
Brian Grant, nice to have him back in harness. Grant, a big addition to this team, averaging about 12 points a night. Longley looks to keep Bulls down Broadway, and fouled on the way through. Now, there's that triple post that we talk about. Everybody involved. Everyone here has got to be a good passer.
They drop the ball inside. What happens is they go to Pippen. So in helping Pippen, they leave Longley open. He comes down the lane.
Longley at the line. Missing on the first. Luke Longley. He's from Australia. 65% foul shooter. Brian Grant gets the foul.
Harper back, Pippen down.
Pippen, who missed the first 35 games, looked like he's missed a step. Ron Harper, who was really at one time a great offensive player and has become a total team player here, back in the ballgame. Both free throws arrive. Here now is quick punching. Walt Williams, Ryder. Trying to set up Brian Grant, and knocked away by Rodman. Rodman's got all the tricks. He'll bang you, bump you, pull you, bite you, pinch you, scratch you. Whatever he's got to do to find a way to win. He's a very competitive guy, and he's not happy about not playing as a starter. Now, Bill Wennington is coming in the game, and out will go Luke Longley.
The whole game with Rodman is attitude. And when his attitude is sideways, his energy is sideways, and that's what he gives the Bulls, that extra dimension of energy. Ryder is having a tough time really finding a rhythm against the Bulls defense. I mean, there have been hands in his faces. They've been bodying up on him. So the Bulls' plan is not to let Ryder get one of those explosive periods going. Trying to break down the defense of Harper. Really didn't have control of the ball, but got a good call on the way up.
Harper's foul. Chicago with 1. Harper has 1. And Ryder at the line makes his 3rd. JR, who leads the Blazers in scoring. Like Walt Williams, a fine free throw shooter. He's got 4 for the night, and the Blazer lead now 8.
And the Blazers put on a little trap. First time we've seen it tonight. Let's see how the Bulls handle it. They don't have big-time scoring threats out, and if you're going to get aggressive against them right now, now's the time to do it. The guy that's going to score the most points, not going to be Rodman, should be Ron Harper. They're going to get the ball back, foul against
Ryder, I believe. I tell you, Brown was holding Ryder, and Ryder was holding Brown, and they charge it to J.R. Ryder. That'll be his 2nd and the Blazers' 2nd here in the quarter.
You know, this unit has to execute well in order for them to get scores, and this is when your defense really want to get soft, make people shoot with hands in their faces. Burrell.
Oh, I mean, he really got that thing up. That was a tracer he fired up there. Oh, Burrell makes it a 33-28 game. It's not Burrell, just above one from downtown.
Well, Burrell has the ability to knock down threes. He was one of the league's leading three-point shooters when he was with the Charlotte Hornets. And he was healthy. 5 on a shot clock.
Ryder tries to break down the deep. Here's the burner. It's lit. Rick Brunson. And the burner is lit, and let's hope he keeps the flame blowing hot.
Now they play beat the clock that time. They just were able to squeeze that one off.
Randy Brown all the way to the rack. Brunson on the foul. Did not get inside good position. And he made the contact, so Randy Brown will go to the foul line.
Part of good defense is knowing who the offensive player is, and in this case, Randy Brown doesn't have a big reputation of scoring, not a big scorer on the move, so Brunson just wants to make a tough effort instead of trying to block the shot.
71% foul shooter. Bulls as a team, 74%. Mike Dunleavy, Bill Musselman, Jim Ian. Ian the action on the floor. And Brown with a pair. Jermaine inbounds to Rick Brunson. Brown will turn you around. He's a good defender. Ryder comes hard, tight off that screen. Tries to take it to the middle. They double. They seal off the move. Williams on the base. He's got a tray and then stumbles into the first row. That's up that lady's shine on those pumps he's got on. 39-30. Lady in orange. White hat on her. She looks like a 5-ball. Back along the side, you got Ron Harper. And a good save by Jermaine, but they say he was over the line when he knocked that ball off the Bulls, and we will have a timeout. Timeout, Chicago. 6.5 in the half, and the Blazers by 9. So, Mike Dunleavy and the Blazers with Damon Stoudemire and Arvydas Sabonis are coming back. J.R. Ryder, Brian Grant, and it'll be Walt Williams. There's the little general. And here are some of those AT&T special numbers. Blazers, field goal shooting in the quarter, 67 velocity%.
Now, that'll keep you on top in a ball game, and the Bulls are only shooting 39%. It's going to reset.
24 in the clock, 6:31 in the half. They've got Harper and Jordan back in the game. Winnington, they try and cross screen. Rodman Fair on top to Randy Brown. Harper down to Bill Winnington. They run the slice. 1, 2, 3. And blocked by Sabonis. And there's a great block as he kept it in play. I know you like to see him knock it into the first row, but when you keep it in play and initiate the movement to the other end, that's the way you want to see people make a block. Arvydas Sabonis. There's Jackson working on the manicure on the side. A little lint off the coat and then trying to figure out what do we do with 9 down.
Well, Jackson is not a coach to panic, and he makes observations and tries to make the right decisions.
Sabonis trying to set the screen for Damon.
Shot clock at 7.
Walt with a tough long shot. Ball loose, and who's got it but Rodman? Oh, he pushes. Very athletic. Michael Jordan bounces into the well to Winnington. Randy Brown back to MJ. And Arvydas has got another one and a wraparound outlet to the little general.
A chance to score early. Stoudemire is going to get a charge against Randy Brown.
You want to see this one on the replay. Randy is really adamant about the fact that he doesn't think that he committed a foul. But watch to see how his feet are positioned.
They're still moving.
Yes, sir. That's a good call.
One more chance. See that the little jab step toward the middle made him bite, and then he came back the other way.
Ryder with Grant as a delay. Sets the screen. Ryder with the open J. No. Ball bang loose. Who's got it? Look at Brian Grant. And he lost the handle on the ball, and Harper will go to Jordan.
Randy Brown was running around loose, and he was underneath the basket open. Fortunately, they did not see him. Harper.
Leave for Jordan, and way over the top, picked up and tapped home by one.
That's one of the few times in a Bulls possession that they've got multiple opportunities. Winnington finishes off the play.
Winnington with the offensive rebound. Only averages a couple of boards a game in a back-up roll. Damon Stoudemire's got a 2. He's got 6. Blazers by 9. 41-32. Portland, 4:42 remaining here in the half. Jordan whistles a pass into the well to Winnington. Randy Brown from downtown. Nope. Rebound by Arvydas. He's got 14 rebounds, career high 20. Ryder and Jordan with it. Jordan played sparingly the other night. 29 minutes, actually, 17 points against Cleveland. Winnington makes the shot. And we understand we have just had a major power hit. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Hang with us.
Both of the centers are jump shooting centers, and you've got to be able to get out and defend. A turnover, Bulls on the run.
Jordan comes down Broadway. Tip, no. Loose ball foul, yes. It'll be against Chicago.
Randy Brown.
And the Blazers trying to hang on to this lead, 41-34. They lead by 7.
Oh, it's a shooter. So the Trailblazers will go to the free throw line. They're going to walk the other end. A lot of the Trailblazers thought there was going to be a timeout on this dead ball. Kukoc back in the ball game for the Bulls.
Randy Brown's second foul, and with 3:50 to play in the half, the Bulls have committed their 15th foul.
Walt Williams down. Stacey Augmon back out on the floor.
And Mike Dunleavy with a word for Walt before he sits down to catch a little breather. Damon also a good foul shooter. Arvydas Sabonis and Rasheed Wallace are along the lanes, and on Sunday, Damon Stoudemire with 17, 9 assists and 6 rebounds. And the 5 for 16 doesn't concern Mike Dunleavy. He said he doesn't care about the shots that he misses. He does everything else so well. He has a Stockton-like game. Very, very similar to John Stockton. And he makes both free throws. Got 8 points here tonight. Blazers lead 43-34. 3:46 to play here in the first half. Halftime tonight feature Michael Jordan. Now they go Jordan trying to post up inside on Damon.
Well, a couple of good things have happened for the Trailblazers. Even though they haven't been able to get into a flat-out running game, they've been able to control the inside efforts as Jordan cracks the defense and will get a foul against Sabonis. But they've shot the ball well, and they've defensive rebounded the ball very well here in the first half of play.
The third team foul against the Blazers. First on RBs. Look at how Michael has to change his shot with the big guy there.
The problem is Stoudemire gambled down on the baseline. He thought he had a chance to make a steal, didn't get there. That turned Jordan loose. Pressure on the defense of Sabonis.
I don't know if they have any mountains in Lithuania, but they ought to name one after Arvydas. Here is his game against the Cavs, as I mentioned. 17 points. Got a chance. Everyone got into the act on that game. All 12 Bulls played in the game. And Jordan makes both free throws, and now it's 43-36. Ryder. Nice drive to the basket, and he overlays. Ryder was right there. Wow, he got right to the hoop and couldn't finish it.
Well, what he can't do is give up on himself. He's having another one of those nights where he's struggling trying to find the rhythm, but he's just got to stay with it. Jordan on the fade.
And Pippen on the dish. Jordan with 12. Scottie Pippen immediately recognizing that Jordan had Damon on the base. 6'6" over 5'10". Look at this penetration.
The right-hander.
Yep. Remember that he is a left-handed player. He came in with a right hand. Once he saw the daylight, and again they go to Jordan on Damon. Kukoc.
They're gonna try to make Damon pay down in the low post, inside out. Pippen knocks that one down. And so if you're Damon Stoudemire, you've got to make Jordan pay for defending him.
9 points for Pippen. 5-point Blazers lead. Bulls are getting a lot of square-up looks now. Arvydas. On the cut, there's Stoudemire. Boy, he's fearless. He goes down there in the land of the Giants.
But again, the Bulls defense coming across in the passing lanes has been excellent here in the first quarter. That's where they're making all their steals, off the ball.
Jordan and Pippen communicating verbally.
Now he's saying he's rubbing it off. They're just going to swing him to the other side of the floor.
Now you get Kukoc and 5'10", Stoudemire, and Damon is defending a 6'11" guy, and they can't handle it. A timeout call, 1:52 in the half, and the Blazers a 5-point lead. Just a little bit of a cross-section of what you get when you come to the Windy One.
Cross-section?
Name is Stoudemire. I think I saw that one individual at the House of Blues last night. J.R. Ryder. Ryder against Pippen. Put it down, tries to take it, lost it. Pippen goes and gets it. Bulls with a lot of steals. It'll be off Pippen with 6 seconds remaining.
Right now,
on the shot clock.
Ryder is not playing under control of the offensive end. He's got the energy and he's trying to be aggressive, but his offense is a little bit on the edge, and he's having a tough time calming himself down. 6 on the shot clock.
Ryder 1 for 8. Look for the pick and slip with Augmon. Jordan with a steal. Wallace drop, lead, feed, Pippen. And fouled on the play by Rasheed Wallace.
This is what teams fear the most, the Chicago Bulls, Jordan and Pippen in transition. It was a nifty little play. Wallace was there, thought he got the block, but he's seeing Pippen all the way, making Rasheed Wallace make a decision. So if Wallace doesn't try to bring his hand down, he might get the defensive play.
And Scottie Pippen missing on the first. Pippen is an 81%er. Rasheed's got a pair, and the Blazers are over the limit now against the Cavaliers. And Pippen 1 of 2. They've sold out this building 519 consecutive games, the longest sellout streak in the league.
Two guys the Trailblazers got to try to be involved here as they close the period. Arvydas Sabonis and Rasheed Wallace. Sabonis left it short.
They have it with 1:05. Chicago down 4. We're down 9. Jordan takes Stoudemire to the block. Rasheed comes over to give help. There he is. They broke him down. They go out and they go right back in. And that's the way you do it. If you get the double, you pitch it back out, you break down the double, and you throw it right back to the guy on the post.
It's a difficult matchup for Stoudemire, and the only way he's going to even this out is to really put some heat on Jordan when he has the ball. Try to break him down. They come back to Rasheed Wallace to the shot down.
Augment, he's looking to maybe put it up. Jordan, incidentally, with 14 points in the first half, and the Blazers a 2-point lead, right around a half minute to play.
And Pippen thought he was going to get away with one. You can tell from the look on his face. He knows he got caught. But where the Bulls have hurt Portland defensively, whenever they've been able to close them down in a half-court game and get their weak side help to get into the passing lane, they've been able to hurt Portland. Augment back on the line. Portland going to make some quick substitutions here with Askew and Gray.
And as you saw, Pippen with a couple of fouls. Bryan and Askew come in. J.R. Ryder and Damon Stoudemire will come out. Brunson comes in, too. Augment with his best game of the season. A slick 16-pointer against the Celtic team. That seemed to suit his style just fine. Augment gets another with Sabonis and Grant along the lines. Askew, Augment, and Rick Brunson are on the floor for the Blazers. 47-43, Blazers. Up they come. Brunson challenging Jordan, and they'll put him at the line, according to Woody Mayfield. Both going for the ball. Woody. Brunson can't believe it. They'll put Michael Jordan at the line, and the Blazers are up by 4.
Last game against the Trailblazers, a duo of Ryder and Jordan putting on a magnificent offensive display. Jordan, his usual numbers so far, almost half of that number, trying to get 16 with these free throws, misses his first. Going offense to defense, and they come back with Stoudemire, Walt Williams, with 32.9 left in the first half.
Augment was in long enough to get a couple of free throws. Nice job, Stacy. And Jordan makes the second. He's got 15. He missed the first. It's a 3-point Portland lead, and the final seconds of the first half ticking away.
Now there's about an 8-second differential between game and shot. Stoudemire pulls the trigger on a 3 in a quick one.
And knocked out of there by Walt Williams. Now they'll work for one. They'll work for one now. Stoudemire with Sabonis out high off the circle on the left side. Jordan defending on Damon. They bring Grant up high, sets the screen. Damon goes the other way. Splits the D down Broadway, lays it up. No. Askew tips. No. Here come the Bulls, and that'll do the half. Great move by Stoudemire, but they don't convert. The Blazers with a lead at the half. Don't forget about Michael Jordan, our halftime feature. And at halftime, it's Portland 47, Chicago 44. Back in Chicago, Eddie Doucette and the snapper Steve Jones. Mike Dunleavy and the Blazers, who led by as many as 9, lead by 3, and Arvydas Sabonis was absolutely brilliant in the first quarter and in the first half, but he had 12 points and 11 rebounds in the first quarter. Jordan, 15 points in the first half. We don't need to tell you about this guy. He says, people talk to me about retiring all the time, and if this is the year, but Jordan said, quite frankly, when they stop double and triple teaming me, then I know it's time to retire. Wow. Damon Stoudemire, Rasheed Wallace, Ryder, who had a soft night from the floor. Stoudemire sets a nice pick on Kukoc. Ball bang loose, and they've got it. Pass intended for Arvydas Sabonis. Pippen and the Bulls down by 3.
Now let's watch the Bulls to see if they try to keep taking advantage of the fact that Stoudemire's out on the floor, and that guy that has him is going to try to score the ball. Luke Longley with a putback.
All the way underneath and around, and Longley's got 6, and we're down to a 1-point ball game. Blazers, of course, have had problems at times coming out of there with fire in their eyes in the third. Let's see how they do tonight.
Well, 3 offensive rebounds. That's what they got in the first 24 minutes of play, and they start with 1. Longley slaps that one back, so Portland's going to get it back. Should get it back with 7 on the shot clock.
Dunleavy all over Ted Bernhardt. Easy guy to get all over. Mike Dunleavy all over Ted Bernhardt in a technical foul.
An easy guy to get all over. Well, then he shouldn't have got all over him. Ted is quick with the whistle. That one slapped away. Looks like it bounces off of Luke Longley. They're saying that Stacey Augmon poked it away. Jordan makes the technical.
And Mike had an argument. If those replays will tell you anything.
Ball game tied.
47-47, a minute gone in the third. Immediately they go inside to Harper. Harper defended by Stoudemire.
Well, the idea is to make Stoudemire defend or make the defense make a decision. Portland can't corral the rebound, so the Bulls get it back.
You're always concerned, and I'm sure Phil Jackson has thought about this, about trying to put a little extra pressure on a Sabonis after he's played a lot of minutes. And he has played a lot of minutes so far here tonight. Does he have the energy that he had early? Harper.
All right, here they go. Now they're going to run him back in, and it's a question of whether Jordan shoots or they find Harper. Another offensive rebound, Luke Longley.
A 15-4 run, Chicago. Going back to late in the second quarter. And the Bulls with a 49-47 lead. Arvydas. That'll count. And he will go to the line. And Sabonis looking over at Joe Crawford and saying, come on, it's about time.
And Longley pushing, bodying, trying to get it away. Sabonis gets the good bounce this time. One of the ways to get rid of Luke Longley is to make him defend. He's a guy that picks up fouls and clusters. Sabonis with the three-point play.
And a 1-point lead, 50-49. 10:24 to play here in the third. Tony Kukoc, 6'11". Ron Harper, 6'6". Jordan, 6'6". Longley, 7+. Jordan. And the rebound by Rasheed Wallace. Wallace had 28 points in the first meeting. January 27th.
Ryder wants this one.
Yeah, he does. And he makes a great move to get there. And the follow attempt by Rasheed, a foul called on the play.
Ryder working real hard to try to get into this game at the offensive end. Nice spin back. Thought he had the left hand. Left it just a little bit short. Wallace is there with the hammer. Jordan gets him on top.
Wallace's first foul, or I should say Jordan's first foul. Rasheed with 2 points here tonight.
And he's only had 3 chances to shoot the ball. I mean, if one guy needs to be driven to be more aggressive, it's Rasheed Wallace. Against the Bulls last time, he hurt them big time.
Well, I said the 27th of January, but I was off a couple of days. Anyway, Rasheed misses both free throws. Ryder, for your information, 1 for 9 from the floor. 50-49. And the long one. Australia is called for the foul. We got the blower on in here tonight. Air conditioner.
Second, then there's 2 back-to-back fouls for Longley. You go at Longley right now, you can probably get a third. He's hurt Portland here at the top with offensive rebounding. This would make Phil Jackson make a decision. Harper up close on Stoudemire.
Damon trying to work and weave around a screen, gets the shot and hits. Nice little screen by Arvydas. Well, take that back. Very large screen, a very effective one. Allows Stoudemire to score. Longley on top, Pippen. Out of there with fire in their eyes in the third. Let's see how they do tonight.
Well, 3 offensive rebounds. That's what they got in the first 24 minutes of play, and they start with 1. Longley slaps that one back, so Portland's going to get it back. Should get it back with 7 on the shot clock.
Dunleavy all over Ted Bernhardt. Easy guy to get all over. Mike Dunleavy all over Ted Bernhardt in a technical foul.
An easy guy to get all over. Well, then he shouldn't have got all over him. Ted is quick with the whistle. That one slaps away. Looks like it bounces off of Luke Longley. They're saying that Stacey Ogman pokes it away. Jordan makes the technical.
And Mike had an argument. If those replays will tell you anything.
Ball game time.
47-47. A minute gone in the third. Immediately they go inside to Harper. Harper defended by Stoudemire.
Well, the idea is to make Stoudemire defend or make the defense make a decision. Well, they can't corral the rebound, so the Bulls get it back.
You're always concerned, and I'm sure Phil Jackson has thought about this, about trying to put a little extra pressure on a Sabonis after he's played a lot of minutes. And he has played a lot of minutes so far here tonight. Does he have the energy that he had earlier? Harper.
Here they go. Now they're going to run him back in, and it's a question of whether Jordan shoots or they find Harper. Another offensive rebound, Luke Longley.
A 15-4 run, Chicago. Going back to late in the second quarter. And the Bulls with a 49-47 lead. Arvidas. That'll count. And he will go to the line. And Sabonis looking over at Joe Crawford and saying, come on, it's about time.
And Longley pushing, bodying, trying to get it away. Sabonis gets the good bounce this time. One of the ways to get rid of Luke Longley is to make him defend. He's a guy that picks up fouls and clusters. Sabonis with the three-point play.
And a one-point lead, 50-49. 10:24 to play here in the third. Tony Kukoc, 6'11". Ron Harper, 6'6". Jordan, 6'6". Longley, 7+. Jordan. And the rebound by Rasheed Wallace. Wallace had 28 points in the first meeting. January 27th.
Ryder wants this one.
Yeah, he does. He makes a great move to get there. And the follow attempt by Rasheed, a foul called on the play.
Ryder working real hard to try to get into this game at the offensive end. Nice spin back. Thought he had the left hand. Left it just a little bit short. Wallace is there with the hammer. Jordan gets him on top.
Wallace's first foul, or I should say Jordan's first foul. Rasheed with 2 points here tonight.
And he's only had 3 chances to shoot the ball. I mean, if one guy needs to be driven to be more aggressive, it's Rasheed Wallace. Against the Bulls last time, he hurt them big time.
Well, I said the 27th of January, but I was off a couple of days. Anyway, Rasheed misses both free throws. Ryder, for your information, 1 for 9 from the floor. 50-49. And the long one. Australia is called for the foul. We got the blower on in here tonight. Air conditioner.
Second, then there's 2 back-to-back fouls for Longley. You go at Longley right now, you can probably get a third. He's hurt Portland here at the top with offensive rebounding. This would make Phil Jackson make a decision. Harper up close on Stoudemire.
Damon trying to work and weave around a screen, gets the shot and hits. Nice little screen by Arvidas. Well, little. Take that back. Very large screen. A very effective one. Allows Stoudemire to score. Longley on top. Pippen. Harpin defended here by Stoudemire. On the base, plugged up over there by Arvidas and out of bounds with 7 on the shot clock. Chicago gets it back and the Blazers by 3. Blazers giving Chicago all they can handle here in their home floor so far. Wide open is Harper. Jordan. Challenged by Ryder, almost poke-checked it away.
Got to be ready for that long rebound, and that's what Portland was doing so well in that first, as Sabonis knocked that one away.
Actually, I think it was Stoudemire. Sabonis gets it. Nice move, and Ryder coming all the way underneath and gets a pair. Now you attack, be aggressive, and take it to the basket. That
was Ryder's toughest shot of the night. All of his momentum was taking him away from the hoop. He was still able to get that one up and down.
6 points for him, Steve. Jordan, Pippen, Kukoc likes that shot. There it is. That's a 2, and it's 54-51. Field goal shooting percentages courtesy of AT&T Wireless.
You're going to try to make Tony Kukoc defend, and Wallace has got to look to score the ball. Don't give it up in this situation. Now he gets help.
Draws the double. Do they go back to him? No, they go to Augman. Oh, nice spin move by Augman. Wow, what a spin move by Augman. That was a sweet move by Stacy. A hot pretzel. He's got 9. Blazers by 5. 56-51.
Gonna gamble and give Pippen a 3.
Arvidas gets his 15th rebound. Stoudemire hopscotches over the timeline. Ryder with a banker, and the Blazers bump it to a 7-point lead. 58-51, Portland. 8 points for J.R. Ryder. Jordan on top on a high screen by Luke. Harper back to Kukoc. And Jordan handling in that order.
9 on the shot clock as Jordan going to work.
Leap and lean pass back to Pippen. Kukoc shoving, gets away with it. Longley open, looks good. Not this time. Ryder and Sabonis right there, and a foul called on the play. You know, it's interesting, this triple post offense featuring crisp passing, hard cuts. They like to shift the defense. They get you shifting. Now Rodman comes back in the game and Kukoc goes out. So that's the cue for Brian Grant to come on for the Blazers. And out of there comes Augman, who did a nice job. But this is really a unique offense that they run. And they like to keep the floor balanced. You see how that floor balances when they're out there? The options to pass to on either side. And there is Harper. And a loose ball foul will be called, and it's going to be, does it stay right here? Yep, Arvidas Sabonis.
Yeah, you heard a loud slap, but Sabonis knew he committed the foul. Harper a little bit short on his shot.
(58-51) is the score. The Blazers with the lead. Ron Harper. Miami of Ohio. That great player that came out of Miami of Ohio that played in the NBA, Wayne Embry. Sacramento out of the Fleet Center in Boston tonight. Harper makes a pair. Boston scoring a lot of points, 111 points. And Pacino still chafing at the beating he took in Portland on Sunday night. 4 points for Harper. 58-53 Blazers. Boston 111, Sacramento 94 in that game. Orlando a winner over Dallas.
Wallace.
Sheed Wallace bangs the drum slowly, and he's got 4. 60-53 by 7.
The only thing that's hurt Portland here in the second half has been the multiple opportunities the Bulls have been able to get. They've been able to keep them in front and, for the most part, get that long rebound.
Notice how Ryder gets the ball to Stoudemire immediately. Let the little general bring it over. Down to Brian Grant on Rodman. Nice little turnaround. Brian Grant right there. Grant with a nice little post-up move on Dennis Rodman. He's got 4. Blazers a 9-point lead again in a Chicago Bulls timeout. Jackson is not happy. 3-point line is the distance, and contestants have to be 16 and up. 45 seconds to shoot 3-pointers at 5 spots in the court, just like the NBA contest. Top 2 scores advance to the finals of the Blazers game April 14th against Sacramento. The champion, there's one you can put $1,000 in your pocket. That's the Blazers 3-point contest, 797-9600. Operators there right now. Blazers, 62-53, Steve Jones. They have taken a 1-point deficit, taken a 15-4 run at the Bulls, and now lead it by 9.
And they have really shot the ball very well here in the quarter. 78% to the Bulls, 25. And when they have kept the Bulls down to 1 opportunity throughout the ball game, they've been able to control them. Rodman in the game, along with Pippen and Jordan, to try to keep some heat on the Trailblazers at both ends of the floor.
Air and air together. Should be a tip of a setup right here. Here Rodman. Jordan tries to swing it across the middle of the lane. No good. Jordan gets it back by Ryder. Backdoor in a crowd. Brian Grant tied him up on a jump ball. Excellent defensive read by Brian Grant, who came over and filled on the play and tied up Luke Longley.
Looks like Jordan is going to break down the defense of the Trailblazers with a little slip pass, but Grant, anticipating the play, got a piece of the ball before Longley could get it away.
And Longley has got the tap.
Right now, the defense of the Trailblazers is energized. They're staying in front of the Chicago Bulls, making them play outside in.
Stoudemire stays right with Harper. Go to Longley and back cut Harper. Inside, they try and go to Pippen. And a whistle and a foul called on the play with 4 on the shot clock. And a foul called on number 44, Brian Grant.
If you were talking about concentration, that is where the movement will get a defensive player. Keeping his man in front of him, suddenly somebody slips and you try to get back and you're too late. So the Bulls get another possession. This will be their third without a score.
Jordan bumped by Ryder, doesn't like it. And Mr. Lawrence Olivier of the hardwood right there has it knocked away by David Stoudemire. Michael Jordan giving hard looks to Joe Crawford. He's saying, hey man, I'm getting pushed and shoved and manhandled. What's the rule?
Good play by Stoudemire, stripping Jordan of the ball. 9 on the shot clock right now. Double team Jordan.
He gets elevated, and Sabonis keeps it live and had the rebound, and it's laid in by Longley.
Well, Rodman slapped that one out of the hands of Sabonis. Longley there, and that's where Luke's done all of his damage. Put back here in the third. He's got 6 points, all of them.
62-55. Blazers have already had one technical. RB just doesn't want to get another one. Technical on Mike Dunleavy. Stoudemire. They start out way above the line now. Blazers now make their rush, and here's the pass inside to Sabonis. Stoudemire tried to hit him on the move, and the Bulls with a good read. They are a great defensive team.
Again, it's the weak side that's creating the turnover. So a guy is coming off the ball to make it happen. They're looking for an illegal defense.
They get it. Mike Dunleavy barking out some thoughts. First illegal defensive violation for the Blazers, who lead by 7. There's the pass and the rub off. No brush screen right there. Now Longley sets the screen away from the ball. They go Pippen and back to Harper. And an in and outer, and Sabonis with another rebound. That's number 16, career high 20.
Now, the Bulls are in one of those stretches where their perimeter shots aren't going in, and this is a chance to really break away. If you can move the ball, move people quickly against the defense of the Bulls.
Brian Grant, tough shot. Good if it goes. Won't foul on the play, and it's going to go against Dennis Rodman. Rodman gets the foul, and for Dennis, his second. For the Bulls, that'll be their third.
Quick spin off of Rodman, and you see the hand down below guiding him away from the shot. And that caused Grant to be a little short with it, but he gets the foul.
Brian Grant makes the first. Dennis with a pair, as we mentioned. Brian Grant, 75% foul shooter. And he makes a pair. Incidentally, Kelvin Cato will not play tonight. Upper respiratory virus. So he is in street clothes on the Blazers bench in the event you were wondering where the SWAT man was. Jordan tongue out Harper. From the other side, Pippen. Blazers double and rotate back. There's Longley, played by Grant. Longley with the clock at 7. Square up. Harper back to the other side. Challenge, and he banks it. Sabonis has got number 17. 64-55. Trailblazers. Stoudemire on the splash, taken away by Jordan. Pippen and Jordan. Waits for the rest of the crowd to come down and sets up housekeeping. And there's Pippen. And Sabonis has got number 18. 3:22. Stoudemire looks good. Ooh, an in and outer. The hoop didn't want it. And Rodman gets the rebound. Rodman's luster taken away by Sabonis on the board tonight. There's Michael Jordan with his 18th point.
3-point quarter for Jordan. Jordan and the Bulls have struggled at the offensive end. And if you're Portland, you really want to try to take advantage of your front ball right now. Whenever you have to set up, try to drive that ball inside, this one skips away, goes off the Bulls.
I mean, those are tough passes. I don't care who you are. That skip pass, that little bounce pass inside is tough to handle. 64-57 Blazers timeout. RB to Sabonis. 18 rebounds tonight. Boy, he's been a mountain of a man again tonight.
Well, his rebounding has stayed up. His offensive production has fallen off. But the Trailblazers have done a good job for most of this 36 minutes of basketball of limiting the Bulls to just one chance. Crowd trying to get in it, pump up the Bulls.
Tough shot by Stoudemire. And that kind of silences the crowd. The little guy's got 14. The General with 14 points, 66-57. And the Blazers back to a 9-pointer.
Randy Brown in the ball game for Hartford.
Playoff.
That's the one they got to have. Luke Longley misses that one, and the Bulls get it back. Second opportunities have kept them in the quarter.
They got to have that because they're basically getting him open with Sabonis staying at home. Pippen on that down screen. Pops out. He's got 12. 66-59. The Trailblazers with a lead. Down close to the 2-minute mark in the third. Nice back cut, beautifully done. Arvydas Sabonis. That's how you run it from the backside. Sabonis with 17 points and 18 rebounds tonight.
They're going to gamble off Randy Brown. But what's hurting Portland is that right there. Right there. You got to have that rebound. Rodman with the putback, his first two here in the second half.
He's got 4 for the night. Dennis Rodman with 9 boards. And 4 points. Rasheed, quick spin back door, lays it up and around and down. Rasheed Wallace, nice little spin move on the base. Took it back door, found an opening, and he's got 6. 70-61. Trailblazers. 1:20 in the third remaining. Pippen. They bring Brown way outside, trying to clear out some space at good angles. There's Pippen on top. Missing. Sabonis. He's knocked away. You can't tell me he wasn't fouled there. He's knocked away, and he's pleading his case, and Joe Crawford is saying, I don't
Problem is,
understand
Damon Stoudemire brought his man into the play. They look like they collided. It was Randy Brown with the push, but Portland doesn't get the whistle. It's been a good quarter for second opportunities for Luke Longley and the Bulls.
Woody calls it on Arvydas. He got knocked completely off, went into his little acting job, then tried to recover, and they tag the big guy. And that'll be the Blazers' 4th team foul.
Luke Longley with the spin. There's the push-off right there. Should have been the first call. And then the reach down below. They pull Longley away from the ball, but they missed the first one. And Sabonis and the Trailblazers pay. Big blowout games tonight for a few teams. Cleveland had to struggle to get that win. Charlotte over Detroit.
Cleveland not playing real well right now. Really beat up here. 22 points a couple nights ago, Monday night.
8-point quarter for Luke Longley. He leads the Bulls in scoring in the quarter.
Blazers lead by 7. They were down by 1, went on a 15-4 run, been up by as many as 9.
Trying to get quick early offense for Rasheed Wallace against Scottie Pippen, and they force him away.
Tough shot by Damon, and he's got a 3. Stoudemire with 17 with the time running down. It was 4 seconds left when he let it go. Michael, great suspension. Who's got it? Brian Grant's got it. Blazers go to Ryder. Final half minute of the third on the way. Ryder with a quick shot and a 3. Ryder gets the 3. 76-63. Blazers by 13.
Pippen taps himself on his chest, indicating that he wants to direct this last scoring opportunity for the Bulls. 12 on the shot clock, 19 on the game.
There's that little rub-off they run. It's an in-and-outer. Kept live. Rodman can't get it. JR's got it. Time remaining. Plenty of time. Damon. The time ticking down at 6. Now he makes his thrust right here on Brown. Backdoor, comes up short. Foul. 1.4 seconds remaining in the third. And Stoudemire, with his quickness, draws the foul out of Randy Brown.
Stoudemire gets a little angle on the baseline, watch the feet of Brown. He doesn't close the baseline. That allows Damon to get the edge. A little push underneath, a pair of free throws. So the Trailblazers could finish the quarter in a big flourish, put some heat on the Bulls for the last 12 minutes.
1.4 seconds. The little general's been something. Makes the first. He's got 18. Stoudemire plays a lot of minutes, as you can see. 77-63, Damon Stoudemire. Now he adds another. It's 78-63. So Damon Stoudemire and the Blazers take it to the Bulls after losing the lead, and they've bumped it out to a 15-point lead after 3. Chicago's only lost twice at home. Can the Blazers hang on? The Blazers guards were tough in the third, 6 of 8 from the floor, and Ryder was hot, and his teammates loved it. We start the fourth quarter here at the United Center. Can the Blazers do what only 2 other teams have done this year? And that is beat the Bulls on their home floor. This is a very difficult assignment to come to Chicago and win here, where they are 26-2, and they will start with some fresh legs. Judd Bushler will go in there with Burrell, Kukoc, Michael Jordan, and Dennis Rodman. They go small. And the Blazers have Arvydas Sabonis out of the game.
Now the Trailblazers have to continue to make the Bulls play over the top. They did a good job. The Bulls only shot 26%. Jordan Cash is his first here in the fourth.
A 13-point lead. Chicago on the board first, and Jordan with 20. He's the NBA's leading scorer. He is averaging over 28 a game.
It's a chance for Rasheed Wallace to go against the defense of Kukoc. Quick spin toward the baseline, and this is when Wallace is at his best, when he can go quickly against his opponent, decide which way he wants to go. The long arms of Tony Kukoc, not quite long enough. Watch him feel the body roll away. Kukoc too late.
At the line will be Rasheed Wallace. Super agent David Falk watching the game here tonight, keeping tabs on some of his other clients.
Wallace having a tough night from the line.
On the rise, Rasheed Wallace.
Wallace is a very complete player and a very unselfish player. Gets 1 of 2. One of the reasons his assists are up, he has given up scoring chances for himself.
1 of 2 good. Blazers now lead by 14. Kukoc right to the basket. Now watch the Bulls become aggressive here in the fourth quarter.
The one thing you can't do is lose your aggressiveness against him. Kukoc knows if he's going to be a factor in the game, he's got to score the ball. You got to keep some heat on him at both ends of the floor. Stoudemire trying to get it. Wallace.
Rasheed on the bailout. Kukoc with it, knocked away by Walt Williams. Williams and Stoudemire, Grant, Ryder, and Wallace. And the Bulls down by 12. Bushler inside, tied up in a foul, and it'll be Burrell at the foul line. And the Bulls have come out much more aggressively here in the fourth quarter. Burrell, a 76% foul shooter, and Grant with another foul.
Well, they want to close this game down into single digits early with a lot of time on the clock, and one of the few times the Trailblazers defense has gone to sleep early on the shot clock. They're able to get close to the basket for Scott Burrell, and he makes his first free throw. Third foul against Grant. Stoudemire out. Rick Brunson in.
Burrell makes them both. Now we're looking at a 10-point lead, and pressure going wall to wall. Grant in the middle, up the near side, Brunson. George is on it. Burrell incidentally 6'7". Brunson gets turned around with his back to the hoop, but he has a hard time seeing the offense. Nice move by Ryder. That is a sweet move.
Now, Ryder had struggled until the third quarter. He was 3 or 4 in the quarter to get going. Turned Scott Burrell loose. Got to keep him in front, and that's what they did so well in the third quarter. The Bulls now getting layups here at the top of the fourth.
And a 10-point ball game, 81-71. Jordan, who has led the league in steals, gets the foul here. He's really pressuring Brunson. That's the second foul on Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. And he was
looking for places to score. You got Wallace, Ryder, and Williams, and also Grant. Grant is probably going to have the toughest time because of the defense of Ryder.
Oh, boy, he's starting to feel it now. You can tell. I can see a little heat flowing from that hand. 83-71. Blazers back to a 12-point lead. Jordan and Kukoc. Bushler looking, not getting. They go the other way, and that's Burrell for a 3. Well, you can't give him any room, and now they've cut it under double digits. It's 9. It was 15. It didn't take them long to do that, 2.5 minutes.
But Portland still has the lead, and it's important for them to keep moving ball, keep moving people, not make mistakes. Grant can't control it. Quick spin, he thought he had it. Rodman knocked it out. The ball will bounce right back to him. He and Jordan collide, and the Bulls get it. Kukoc.
And Grant holds this rebound. Oh, Brian Grant with a strong board. He's got 3 for the night.
Here's a place where Portland can score. Walt Williams against Jet Buechler. Rasheed Wallace against Tony Kukoc. 9 on the shot clock.
Back to Ryan. Beats Burrell off the dribble. Throws it back to Williams. Into the corner to the burner. Can he light it? Not this time. Grant keeps it live. Wallace crawls the ladder's got it. Ryder squared up. Not there. Now with 8:35 to play, it's 80. Steal! Wallace foul. Rasheed Wallace on the foul. No, Brian Grant. That's number 4 on him. Technical foul on Brian Grant. Well, don't come apart at the seams now. 83-74. The lead is 9, and at the line will go Jordan.
Third quarter was extremely good to the Trailblazers in field goal percentage, 12 of 15, and the Bulls have been able to come out and reestablish some high percentage shots for themselves. Jordan makes the technical. That's his 3rd point of the quarter.
In case you missed it, it was Brian Grant that got the technical. I said 83-75. They're going to get Arvidas back in the game. And Grant will come out 4 fouls, part of the reason for that. Rasheed and Williams and Sabonis up front, Brunson and Ryder at the guards. Remember, at the end of 3, the Blazers led 78-63. The Bulls have outscored the Blazers here early, 12-5.
Now, the thing is not to panic. Go back with the good defensive energy that they had, making the Bulls play outside in. Don't let them get inside. Jordan.
Well, guess what? We're right back in it now. It's a 7-point ball game. The Blazers saw the Bulls go up on top in the 3rd quarter after leading by 9. There's the cut by Brunson and a foul call on the play.
And he gets this one against Rodman, his 3rd.
And for Chicago, that'll be their 2nd team foul here in the quarter. No, their 3rd team foul. So they're at 3 already with 8:02 to play, and the Blazers have 1 team foul. Judge Buechler hustles off the floor and comes out of the game.
Now Luke Longley back in. Longley was the big hitter in that quarter in which the Bulls really struggled. He had 8 points and really did a nice job on the offensive glass. So he's going to try to match up size-wise with Sabonis. Sabonis trying to get some offensive energy reestablished. In and out.
He's really getting muscle down there. They're really moving the big guy, bumping him. He's looking for help. He gets no help. Coach Crawford say, what do you want me to do, big guy? 85-77, 8-point lead. Chicago very big right now. 6'11" Kukoc, 70-plus Longley, 6'8" Rodman, Burrell 6'7". It's a big team they have. And Kukoc takes it right to the rack and scores.
Now Kukoc is giving up his perimeter game. Got layups here in the quarter.
Got a 6-point game now, Steve. 85-79.
The important thing is to withstand the run. You know, the game is a game of streaks. They're going to come up. This one's going to be against Luke Longley on the push. Stoudemire back in, Brunson down.
Longley's got 3. Chicago has 4. We have 7:15 remaining. Next one, penalty.
Well, that means take the ball to the basket. Be aggressive in moving the ball, moving people, but don't let the Bulls then dictate. They slap at the ball, they steal it. Walt Williams foul.
Well, Williams gets the foul. The Blazers now have their 3rd team foul.
What you can't do is be casual with the Bulls, with the basketball, and that time Sabonis set it out there. Longley knocked it out of his hand.
Jordan clear out on Ryder. What a comeback, Chicago. And a foul called on the play. 85-81. Blazers telling JR to cool it. Timeout calls Chicago, who trailed by 15 points 5 minutes ago. Wow. Michael Jordan, you know that he delivers in the clutch, and here he is again doing it to the Blazers.
Well, the idea for Jordan and the Bulls was to come out with a very aggressive attacking attitude, try to get in the high percentage area, and Jordan has happy feet right now and is trying to work his magic to lead the Bulls into a comeback win. 6:52 to go in the game, and the Trailblazers have to reassert themselves one more time. It's been a game of swings. Jordan on a good roll here in the fourth quarter.
Shot chart coming. Michael Jordan tonight. You can see that he's made 9, and they're all within the arc. He is not a good three-point shooter with the new line, the extended line, the way it is this year. Well, that's something to keep in mind. Jordan this year on three-point field goal shooting, 21%. And the Bulls are on an 11-2 run to get this thing down to a three-point game. And they've had 13 steals, their season-high 15. 13 steals.
With the Bulls defense, you got to move the ball, move people quicker. You can attack them. Walt Williams doing it a little bit out of control. Sabonis 2-3 tips. Wallace gets it.
And Jordan's got it.
He lost control of the ball and thought that one of his teammates was there, so it's another turnover against Portland.
A three-point lead. Where does it go from here? Jordan draws the foul. Beautifully done. Walt Williams and Jordan with a chance to cut it to 1.
Walt Williams had committed himself before Jordan had left the ground. All Jordan did was wait for him to land and throw it up. Penalty situation. It looked like Portland was going to get to the penalty before the Bulls, and now it's Jordan and the Bulls that will be shooting free throws for the final 6:13.
Makes the first. Jordan with 27 points tonight. 28 points is his average, and there he is. Right there. He hits this, he's on his number. He does. Well, guess what? It's a one-point ball game. Jordan looking for his 10th scoring title. Ryder challenged by Burrell.
Now, they're a little confused as to where to attack offensively, trying to get Wallace something. 5 on the shot clock. Tough stride for Stoudemire.
Boy, the Bulls have just been terrific here in the fourth. My goodness. Burrell, the Kukoc.
Now, there's plenty of time. The thing is, right now, it's the will of the Bulls that they're trying to assert, and the Trailblazers have to answer. They have to answer with their own, and they haven't asserted themselves. Right now, they're being outworked, and there's 5:31 to go. The game is not over.
Rodman on the rub-off, and he forces a long shot. And Stoudemire goes high over Jordan to make it. Right down Broadway, knocked away by Burrell. But Damon Stoudemire took it right to the cup that time.
Big rebound, and Stoudemire's blowing all the way. He doesn't see Scott Burrell come off the ball to knock it away, but that's the kind of heat you're going to have to put on the Bulls defense to close them out in the final 5 minutes of play.
5:18 remaining.
I mean, what you got to know is the Bulls aren't going to give you the game, so you got to earn the game. One shot right now is what the Trailblazers are getting.
Settling for the long ball. Here's Jordan again. Rodman. Kukoc. And Ryder's got the rebound. And the Blazers still hanging on to that one-point lead.
Jordan wanted a foul and did get pushed by Ryder one of the few times he doesn't get to the line when he's trying to make that go-ahead pop. Back to Ryder against Burrell.
Tough shot, blocked shot Burrell. Tough ball. Well, Burrell has really done a nice job.
Well, Burrell has energized him, and this is the guy that they wanted in the trade early for Dickie Simpkins, and you can see he's really finally gotten himself integrated to what the Bulls do at both ends of the floor.
Ryder's not feeling well, something. Over there trying to catch his breath.
He's all right. Just upset.
He's got to get in there because he's supposed to jump here with Burrell, who's got 3 inches advantage on side.
Right now, it's an attitude game, and the Trailblazers have to have the attitude that they can win this ball game. Get a timeout.
That's a big jump right there by J.R. Reisman. We're down to 4:38. The Blazers clinging to a 1-point lead in a 20-second timeout. My, oh my. Upcoming games, don't forget them. Tuesday, Phoenix. San Antonio and Minnesota to follow that. And you can get yourself some tickets by calling that number, 224-4400. All right, Blazers by 1 down the stretch. Tonight, well, there's more than one. There's one of them, Sabonis. Blazer lead 1. Williams on the base. Pippen in his tracks. Walt Williams says, I think I want to do this. Nice move. And the rebound on the missed shot comes off to Rodman.
Williams did everything but finish the play. Sabonis thought he had a chance for a tip.
13 rebounds for Herr Rodman, averaging almost 15 a game. Jordan with a chance to put him on top. Here's Longley. Now there's Jordan. That's finished. It looked like he was going to take it, suckered everybody, and dumped it down into the big guy. Now they have a 1-point lead.
Well, it's a reversal of fortunes for the Trailblazers against the Bulls in the quarter, and it's because the Bulls have outworked them, and Portland's got to go back to work. 3:51 to go. Stoudemire for 3.
Boy, it looked good from the moment it left his hand. The little man has got another 3. He's got 22 for the game. Stoudemire tonight has gotten himself, add up those 3s. He's got how many 3s today?
Augman's in the ball game. Ryder's down. They're trying to put some heat on Jordan defensively. Burrell for 3.
Stoudemire with 2 3s is what we get officially. And now back to Jordan.
Well, this is where Portland has hurt themselves here in the quarter. They got to get that rebound. Walt Williams finally corrals it.
Blazers by 2. 3:11 to play in regulation. Walt Williams looks like he's a little out of gas. Stoudemire brings it up slowly against Michael Jordan, who draws the trunks up.
Now they're trying to go to Sabonis inside. They're going to get a foul. This one against Luke Longley on the push.
That'll put them over the limit, I believe, Steve. Yes, it does. That's 5. Blazers will be at the line. Timeout with a 2-point lead. Arvydas Sabonis. Gigante. Sabonis with 19 and 19, and remember his career high is 20 rebounds. He's put on quite a show for Mike Dunleavy and the rest of the fans here. Another sellout crowd here in Chicago. Sellout here is around 24,000. Biggest crowd they've had was 24,361. They sneak them in and stand them in the aisles. And Stacey Augmon, a chance to give the Blazers another point. Every one of these are so very important.
3 of 4 tonight, gets a teaser to roll in. First point of the fourth quarter for Augmon.
Started tonight.
Augmon on Jordan. And what you want is to make the Bulls use some time and then to play over the top of the defense, rebound the ball.
Got Stoudemire covering 6'7" Scott Burrell, and Augmon will be charged with a foul with 2:44. And the Blazers leading it by 3. And Jordan at the line. Remember, both teams now are over the limit. That means a penalty situation in effect on both sides.
Jordan had 3 points, a very quiet third quarter of play, but has exploded here in the fourth. And the Jordan foul is very impressive. Only one more thing he wants to cram in there before he leaves is another championship.
Looking for another scoring title would be number 10. And he makes them both. We're a 1-point game, and Jordan with a 12-point fourth quarter.
Bulls trap.
There's a foul and no call.
You got a 2-on-1.
Ryder with 19 in the clock, not to pull the trigger, but Stoudemire does. And there's a career-high tying 20 rebounds for Arvydas Sabonis. Doubles inside to Grant, taken away by Burrell. Bryant will be at the line. Blazer lead 1. 89-88. Boy, this is a thriller.
Scott Burrell reaching in, but this is a bad place to have the basketball in the corner. And as they slide it into Grant, Scott Burrell thought he had a chance to make a steal. Grant, who has got a pretty good stroke on the line.
Brian Grant. 2 for 3 tonight. 2:28 to play. Blazers with 3 timeouts remaining. The Bulls with 3 in the 20. And Grant gives Portland a 2-point lead. 90-88, 2:27 to play, regulation. Tipping high screen.
Now, this is the guy that you got to contain. Forget about where everybody else is going. Make sure that he doesn't beat you. Rodman there for the putback.
Tie ball game. Rodman picks quite a time to come up with a 2-pointer. 14 rebounds. And Rodman with 6 points.
Now, if you're Stoudemire, you got a clear side. This is the time to go right at Jordan. They don't. Now they're going to try to find Sabonis. Shot clock at 9.
Back to Wallace. Tough shot. Good! Rasheed Wallace with a big 3 to make it 93-90 with less than 2 to play. Wow. When he gets those shoulders squared, he's tough.
Now, Jordan's coming right back at you, so you got to stay with everybody else. Keep Jordan in front of you. They're going to get a foul, Wallace.
He can get to the line almost any time he wants.
Now, the concern is when they switch, and Jordan is just going to stay in an attack mode. He's going to try to break down the defense himself and get the call, if not make a play for someone else. Look at him. He's pointing right there, but this is really a decoy because he wants this one-on-one matchup against Wallace.
Arvidas, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, Brian Grant. Rasheed, Damon Stoudemire, and Stacey Augmon. Make it J.R. Ryder, excuse me. And Jordan now with another free throw to pull him within 1 with 1:32 to play. And does. He's got 14 in the quarter. He's got 32 in the game. This guy, they say they want to retire this guy?
No, he doesn't. They don't say they want to retire this guy. He said he's retiring this guy.
Well, if Jackson goes, he's going to. You think they do everything just to keep him in the game. Sabonis! He got fouled. He didn't get a call. And Arvidas with 21. What a ball game he has played.
Well, this is not the time to look in the direction of the officials. Just keep playing through. You've got the lead. Stay on top.
To the basket, and again another foul. And again, Jordan will be at the line.
What the Trailblazers need to understand right now is they have the lead. They're playing like a team that's behind, and they're letting Jordan dictate how he's going to get his scores, and you want to make him shoot the ball outside. Don't stop the clock. Don't let him get to the line. Every time the clock stops, it helps the Bulls stay in the ball game. They're down 3. Jordan trying to get a pair.
And he misses one. He has made like 10 points in a row here for Chicago, and he makes the second. 11 straight points for Jordan, and the Blazers' lead is 2.
Here comes the trap. You got to watch Pippen on this play because he's looking to come up with the steal with Jordan. And you got to be attacking. Don't pull the ball back. That's when they're gonna hurt you. Go to the basket. You'll get a chance to get a shot. 7 on the shot clock.
Ryder for 3, and it's 98-93. J.R. Ryder just flashed a 3 with 41.4, and we have a timeout, Chicago. We're back.
The Trailblazers have had some anemic offense through most of the quarter, but some timely scoring here as the game winds down. Stoudemire breaks through, and the defense of the Bulls all collapses around him. That's going to give Ryder time for another 3. A huge one with 41 seconds to go. The Trailblazers by 5 and a celebration, but with 41 seconds to go, what you want out of this possession with the Bulls is Ryder has come back in the second half to really get in it. The charts are improving, but his attitude, stay with it, good things happen. You want the Bulls to have to use 24 seconds to score. Don't let the clock stop and get Jordan on the line. He's coming at him.
There he is on the bailout, tough to stop. Who's got it? It's Brian Grant that's got it. Pitch out to Ryder. They'll try and foul and do with 32.4, and the Blazers by 5. Portland trying to become only the third team this year to beat the Chicago Bulls at home. And they have had to really withstand a charge by the Bulls here in the fourth quarter, after leading by 3 at the end of 15.
So whatever Dunleavy drew up today has worked for him so far in terms of being the X factor. Maybe they learned something from the January 29th ball game, and now Ryder has a chance to give him a 7-point lead with a pair of free throws.
I said 3 at the end of 15. That tells you I'm turned around here.
Well, you're just excited.
15
it's
at
okay.
the end of 3.
It's okay.
Well, I caught it anyway. Ryder with a big second half, 16 points in the second half, and it's a 193 ball game. Portland looking to split the season series with 32.4 seconds remaining. Damon Stoudemire's had 11 assists and 22 points in the game. And Ryder has had a big second half, and the Blazers lead by 7.
Time to strip off with resiliency responding to the champions run. But it was Ryder getting himself going in that third quarter of play that helped the Trailblazers pull away from the defending champions. And Ryder, once he gets a good rhythm, really believes in his stroke, and it started to come for him in that third quarter, and the Trailblazers had a little bit of time to celebrate.
The Bulls took a lead with 4 minutes to play. And then Ryder came right back with his mates and turned this thing around. Damon with that big three-pointer to make it 88-86.
This has been Damon's best game as a Trailblazer, and he has had a tough night in terms of being matched up. Burrell, quick three.
How quick is that? Now you got a 4-point game with 30 seconds to play.
Again, the Bulls are looking for a time for a steal. What you want to do is advance the ball, foul, and for them, they think it's a good foul because Wallace has had a tough time scoring from the line.
That's a good foul. And Rasheed will be thinking about this one all the way down the floor. And, of course, the Blazers would have liked to have gotten a higher percentage shooter, but Rasheed can shoot the ball well at the line also.
Burrell quickly out, and, easy shot for him because he doesn't have to worry about Stoudemire jumping in his face. And what you want from Rasheed Wallace is at least one of these free throws. It is still a 2-possession game, but there's always a chance someone fouls on a 3-point shot. So Wallace, who is 1 of 4 from the free throw line, hearing the crowd. And his confidence is not real high, and he has moved back to try to give himself a little bit better chance. But a lot of technique is good, but a lot of it is confidence. He gets the second.
So the Blazers now lead 101-96. The clock is running. We're under 25 seconds. Kukoc. Back cross court. There's Burrell again. Quick shooting, and again he hits the three. Now they'll try the quick foul. Stoudemire lost the dribble, and with 15 seconds and the Blazers a 3-point lead, they'll send Damon to the line, and Burrell with 16 points has kept them their hopes alive.
Well, Scott Burrell showing you that he can shoot that deep ball and he can pull the trigger quickly, and that's what the Bulls are looking for, so they go away from the obvious, and Burrell comes up with 6 quick points. Now the free throws. Again, it's a 3-point advantage right now. Stoudemire, who shoots 80+, you want at least one of these to keep the Bulls off balance. You're believing that he's going to make both.
There's one. 102-98. Stoudemire, the Rookie of the Year when he came in a couple of years back from the University of Arizona. He's got a pair, and the Blazers lead by 5. This has been some ball game, a character builder, as they say, an overused phrase in the world of sports, but it certainly has built character tonight for Dunleavy and his team. And the X Factor, Mike Dunleavy, with 15.2 seconds remaining and a 4-point lead, a 5-point lead actually, 103-98. telling his coaches what, Steve?
Well, what they want to do is to have the Bulls use some time off the clock. The idea defensively is not to give up the quick three or not to foul on a three-point attempt. The Bulls have to see the clock stop, and that comes with a made score or a foul. For Portland, the clock is the ally for them, and all they want to do is get the ball back with possession. Just one of Dennis, right?
Sounds like a fair trade to me. And there has been a guy tonight. Boy, I'm telling you.
Sabonis has been terrific, but as a team, they've shown some resiliency and some composure. When the ball game got tied, they could have caved. They stayed with it, got some timely big scores, and now they have a chance to close out the Bulls. The Bulls, they're going to take whatever score that they can, but you know that they're going to try to come quickly because they don't have a lot of time. Portland's goal is to make them use some time to get a score.
And only one timeout at 20. Burrell comes up short this time. Grant's got it. And with 8.8 seconds remaining, they'll put Brian Grant at the line. And the Blazers are about to do what very few people have been able to do, beat the Bulls at home and break an 8-game Chicago winning streak.
Well, no one could be happier with a Bulls loss than the Indiana Pacers, the Trailblazers' next opponent, because the Lakers jumped out big early and then had to hang on, but they won at Indiana, so the Lakers win back-to-back road games, and the Trailblazers' next opponent will be those Indiana Pacers who have been atop the Central for much of the season, only to see the Bulls sneak by.
The Chicago Bulls, with the second-best winning percentage in the NBA, came in at 42-398. The Trailblazers, 103-98, a 5-point lead. And Grant makes this one, 104-98. The Bulls are circling the drain.
Well,
and
the Bulls
contesting.
The Bulls have no timeouts left. I mean, they think they have a 20, but they've got to come up with 6 points. And what they've got to see quickly before they burn that 20 is a quick score. They like a three-pointer. They put 4/10 of a second back on the clock. And again, Burrell has been their three-point hero, looking for Kukoc. Got it.
Oh, that looked good, too. All the way, 104-101. 5.3 seconds remaining. Here's Ryder waiting to get fouled, and he does with 3.8 seconds remaining.
Now, you know, it's great to get fouled, but what Portland wants to remember, they want to get the game over. So in that situation, don't wait for them. Get away from the defense, throw the ball around, and get out of here. Kukoc with 7 in the quarter, 3-point game.
And, of course, everyone at this point are well aware of the fact both teams over the limit, and Chicago with only a 20-second timeout remaining.
Well, some left, and they're running back here to see if there's still some last-second heroics. Ryder can dash all of that with 1 or 2.
There's one of them. And the Blazers have withstood the challenge by shooting the ball well at the foul line here in the fourth quarter.
10 in the quarter for Ryder. He's been perfect on the night. And this one should put the game away for Portland.
He's got it. J.R. Ryder with 18 second-half points. And Jordan, one last attempt at it, off the iron. This ball game is over. And the Blazers have done what very few have been able to do. Beat Chicago at home. Portland with a 106-101 win. How sweet it is.